Everyone, this is Drew here from EnglishWise City, and I'm here and I'll be discussing about the writing section here. So we have got a writing module which is covering summarized written text and summarize and your essay there. So you'll be getting 2 to 3 summaries, summarized written text, and can be 1 or 2 essays there. But thing is, you are not getting your 90 out of 90 in your writing from the writing section itself. You are getting from somewhere else. Most importantly, it's coming from your listening section by doing summarized spoken text, by doing your fill in the blanks over there, and by doing write from dictation. Okay, thing is, when you write anything, when you use your keyboard, when you even type a single word, how it's actually marking you. Understanding that part is very, very important, right? So as we discussed earlier, your writing section, or even if it's a listening, suppose if you are doing summarized spoken text, you are doing essay, or you are doing summarized written text, is going to mark you based on 2 important things. First is your quality of writing, second is going to be your content. Okay, now what we mean by quality of writing? So it's going to be spellings, correct spellings, definitely, grammar and vocab. Now those are the basic requirements of it. Apart from that, for your essay specifically, it's marking you based on your written discourse. Now what we mean by written discourse? So it's going to be the coherence, right? That we are having a proper structure, we are starting from introduction, then we are giving ideas on that, or explaining, giving examples, talking about the positives or negative traits of it, and then we conclude it, or we give our opinion. Okay, so the structure or the flow you maintaining in your answer, that's called written discourse. Written discourse is only for your essay. If you are doing any summary, if you are doing summarized spoken text, right, it's not marking you based on that. Another critical thing, or most important thing I'll say, it's your form. Okay, what we mean by form is the number of words over here. Now, what are the number of words you're supposed to write in essay?
200 to 300.
Okay, 200 to 300, right? So over here in your writing essay, you are getting 2 points for your form. Okay, I'll just give you overview of other points you're getting from there as well. So spellings you are getting 2, grammar you're getting 2, vocab is 2, written discourse again 2, the form you are getting is 2. Apart from that, linguistic range and content is 3 marks, right? 3 points. So basically your entire essay is scoring you based on 15 points. Okay, now 15 point does not mean your 15 marks towards it, right? When it will be reduced to 90, you never know how it's marking you. It's based on how many summaries you have got, how many write from dictations you have got, or other parts which are marking you based on the writing, right? So don't worry about that. Don't take your essay as your 15 marks, yes, but definitely these traits you'll have to work on. Okay, now written discourse. Then your form, 200 to 300 words is something it's given in the instruction. When you follow that, or when you have the number of words in that limit, then you will be getting that full marks. When you write 100 to 200 or 300 to 380, the point reduces to 1. Okay, now you don't know if that point you are reducing to 1, like in form you are getting 1 instead of 2. How it's affecting this score, you have no idea. That's why always it's recommended that you always follow the number of words. Right? In summarized written text, how many words we are supposed to write?
25.
How much is that?
2.
Summarized written text, which is in writing section.
That's 75.
It's always a range. So it's going to be 5 to 75. Okay, over there the thing is, if you are not writing 5 words, like minimum 5 words, or if you are writing more than 75 words, which might happen, what will happen?
1.
0 for the entire answer. You are not getting even a single mark, right? So it's 0 for everything. So form is something check first. Then it's going to be common linguistic range. Now what do you mean by common linguistic range? Or general linguistic range, you can say in other words.
The British or American?
Right? So normally we talk, when we refer to linguistic range, that word, we say that it's a slang. Either it's Australian or say American or British. But over here when it's an academic exam, when we are talking about a formal exam, and it's talking about specific thing, which is the spelling forms. So we have got 2 like commonly recognized spelling forms. One is American, one is British. Right? Most of us over here we are familiar with our British spellings and all that. In schools, the British spellings are taught, so we are comfortable with that. We know about that. We have knowledge about it. But thing is, like Pearson, it's from USA, right? So the instructions provided to you, the essay topics given to you, or the summary passages given to you, it will be written in American. Okay, when you are mixing 2 different forms in one answer, then you are going to lose that 2 points over there in your essay, right? Many times what will happen? that suppose the essay topic given to you, it was law changes human behavior, and just talk about that. So the spelling given over here is Behavior. Okay, what form of spelling is that?
It's Americans.
It's American or British? That is American, right? If you are supposed to write in British, what is it going to be? Right? So what happens? What is our mentality? What we generally do? When it's given in the essay topic, we normally don't try to change it. Right? We keep the spelling as it is. Right? When you are having behavior like that, and entire essay you have written in British, then you will be losing out on 2 points from that essay there. Right? Okay, apart from quality of writing, you are getting marked on content. Okay, understanding that thing is very, very important. Right? What do you mean by content over here? What do you mean by content? In essay specifically, let's talk about essay.
I should not have to do with the topic.
Right? The topic, the essay topic which is provided to you in exam, that, right? Okay, now it's a software, it's not a human being who is testing you, so it's a program, right? Its first priority will be to check your content. Now how the content is marked? At least one needs to be there in order to get marks for these other traits. Let's say the essay, it was on global warming, right? And I have written my essay on computer technology. What is going to happen over there?
0.
Why is that 0?
Content is not related to.
Okay, now how it's marking your content? So for each and every essay, it is sending that essay topic to, like Pearson will be sending that essay topic to different scholars. They'll be writing their sample answers that each scholar would have written that 2-3 answers on each essay, right? So there are 40 to 50,000 sample answers written on each topic, or you can just relate that thing to each and every question over there. So even if it's summary, even if it's describe image or anything else, you are having simple sample answers stored over there as database. Now your question or your answer you are writing, whatever you're writing, it's getting compared with that sample answers. Okay, so what is it's looking for? It's not looking for the logic behind it. It's actually looking for the similar words. Right? So if your essay you have written, it's on computer technology and it was asked on global warming, there won't be any similar words. Okay, when there is no similarity, your content is 0. When your content is 0, then it's not giving you points for that thing. Right? So sometimes, yes, it will happen that you have written an entire essay, you have written 250, 60 words, but you still see that 10 in written discourse. Right? Writing score is low. Why? Because of that, because you haven't maintained the relevance with that. Same happens with your summarized spoken text, summarized written text. So maintaining the content is very important. Once the content is maintained, when you at least get 1 point over here, then it will move to form. Okay, in form over here, essay, you are supposed to write that 200, 300 words. When at least it will see 1 point over there, then it will move to the spelling score, grammar score, or vocab. All good? In terms of your summarized written text, you are only getting 1 point over there in form. What does it mean? When that 1 point is 0, you are not getting any marks. Right? So anything else if you need to ask related to this basic ideas of writing?
So how to maintain the content, like how we have to which topic?
Okay, now let's take the same example again, right? When your essay is given on global warming, give me a few points. What you will be writing on global warming?
It affects the climate.
Yeah, affects the climate. So climate change. Because of that, you can say then.
It impacts even the
Weather.
The weather. It can be talking about the weather, or the glaciers are melting, the sea level is rising. Those kind of things you will be putting in there, right? So it's the relevance you are describing, and that is it. So with the formats we have got, you must know that how to put those ideas in the format, and that is it. You are not supposed to do any magic over there.
yeah.
Just the relevance. Okay, yes, definitely that's the problem when you don't know about, or when you have no idea about the topic, that what you're supposed to write on it, and it's going to be issue definitely. So first of all, you'll have to just cool down a bit, 30-40 seconds. Just take your time, just understand what is the topic about before you start hitting on the keyboard, right? Because you write 100 to 200 words, then you realize that okay, it's talking about something else. You'll have to delete it and then write another thing. Okay, it's 20 minutes. Believe me, 20 minutes is not enough in doing your answer, because 280, 290 words when you follow the format over here. So you will take around 15-17 minutes to write it properly when you have practiced it properly. Apart from that, you'll have to proofread it. At 2-3-4 minutes at least you need to have to proofread. Okay, if you don't proofread, what is going to happen?
Spelling error.
Right? You have done very good content. You have covered like all the aspects of it. Let's say you got your all content points. Okay, it's in between the word form. It's okay. Now, when you haven't proofread it properly, what is at risk? Spelling, grammar. Okay, now vocab. Why is that at risk? Because those are the complicated words. If there is mistake with those complicated words, the vocab is at stake. Written discourse might be affected. That might be affected. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 points out of 15, they are at risk if you're not spending that 2 to 3 minutes on your proofreading. Right? So yeah, that's all from my side. If you have got any questions, you can always ask over here. For you guys who are watching the video, you can leave your comments and we'll get back to you. Thank you.